Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we are going to be building our berry classification app. So I've simply created an Xcode project. It literally has nothing in it. Basically, it's an empty project that is just created. But before we actually start to work on this, I want to show you the model that we actually trained last time. So if you open wherever you have actually saved that ML model file, if you open that, you're gonna notice that this was our model that was created, and it's of size 50 kilobytes. So you can imagine, like, how much, like, if you even if you look at, like, one of these folder, um, you're gonna notice this folder is of like 47 megabytes of size, one folder. So um, if you combine like all these, and if you look at like how much data did we train on, you're gonna notice it's almost like 93 megabytes of data, and the model that was created for us is only 50 kilobytes. So that's basically how optimized create ML is, how optimized the results it creates. It basically saves all the weights and all the learnings inside this machine learning model. And believe it or not, but it's actually a neural net based machine learning model, and it's a transfer learning based model. So if you know a bit about machine learning, there's a technique called transfer learning, where you have an existing model that's been trained on various different classes, and what you do is you actually train your model on the top of it, basically with your own set of images. So all the learnings that model has gained during the classification from previous examples, it applies those learnings directly into this new result, and that basically ends up creating a model that's smaller in size. That means it's going to take less time to load, it's going to be faster to process your images and everything, but it's going to be very, very efficient as well. So that's what Apple's Create ML framework provides you, and this one particular uses the same machine learning model for transfer learning as the Photos, your Photos app or your camera app on iPhone uses. Right, so enough about the model that we have trained. Just take a look at, like, a few more properties. So as you can see, you can define the input, and actually CreateML has provided that. So the input is an image, excuse me, and the output is label probability, and that's, like, defines the probability of the label that it has predicted, and the class label prediction. So this is the actual class name. So for example, we have trained our model for blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and strawberry, so the class label is going to be these folder names, because these are the four classes that it knows about. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this out. And what I'm going to do, the first thing is I'm going to take this model and drag it into the Xcode project that we have just created and drop it somewhere. And make sure that copy item if needed is checked, and add to target is for your project name. And you're going to click finish. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use two frameworks. We're going to use CoreML and Vision framework. So you've already seen from previous videos how to combine those two results. So if you need more detail, I would actually recommend you to go and check that out. And there is a bonus a video attached to this course, and I would actually recommend you to check out that if you want to learn a lot more, if you want to gain a lot more deeper understanding on how CreateML works, because CreateML does not only work on the image, but it works on tabular data, text-based data, and stuff like that. So you have like your regular regression classifications, different kind of algorithms of machine learning classifications, not only on the images, but also you can predict like housing price, stock market price, SAT scores based on different properties. So there is a course actually that is created by us, and you can actually check it out. And there is a coupon code in that bonus video where you can actually gain access to it at a like a very small amount. Just for $9 you can actually gain the entire course and watch it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee on that, as well as you receive a completion certificate. So you have like a lot more advantages. So I would actually definitely recommend you to check out that bonus video whenever you have time. All right, so let's go ahead and start drawing our UI. So what we want to do basically is we want to have an image view first of all at the top. So I'll hit Command Shift L, and I'm going to search for image view, and basically going to take this image view and drag and drop somewhere around here, and we're going to constrain this. So that's good enough. And we're basically going to say it's 0 point is good, 16 point from left and right, height about 300, and we're going to add these 4 constraints. We're also going to make sure that user interaction is enabled on this, and clip to bound is also checked, and we're going to say aspect fill to show the image. Okay, then we're going to drag and drop a label, and this label is going to read prediction, which is going to be replaced by the prediction that our model is going to make. So we're going to change font as well. So we're going to change it to Avenir Next, about a little bit big, and medium. Yeah, medium italic is actually medium italic is good, and we're going to constrain this as well. So 8, 16, 16, and uncheck constraint to margins and click add. Basically center align these, and we are good with this one. All right, we're gonna drag another label, and this label is going to be called health benefits, and this is basically health benefits that our chosen model basically has predicted, and we're gonna show for that prediction we're gonna show the health benefits for that particular berry. Okay, and in order to show like what health benefits are, because there are a number of them, we're gonna take a table view, drag and drop a table view, and constrain it properly. So we're gonna say 8 points, 16 points left and right, 8 points from the bottom, and uncheck. All right, so I guess we have some conflicting okay, so we do need constraint. We forgot to add constraints for this one. So 8, 16, 8 and 16 are good. Those are the only 2 constraints we need, and we have resolved all the constraints. So all right, so that's a warning. We can skip that. Cool. Let's add a cell for table view. So let's drop a cell, and we're gonna choose it to be basic type. You can select the text and give it a custom font as well. All right, that's good. And next thing, we're gonna give the cell a reuse identifier called cell. Okay, so that's our user interface. Let's go ahead and go to our view controller. First, we're gonna create some outlets. So we're going to add some outlets here. UI image view. A label for prediction. UI table view. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna bind these three controls first. So select your view controller, go to outlet inspector, and image view is gonna bind to image view. Benefits is gonna be that table view, and the prediction label is gonna be this one. All right, so that's it. Okay, so now first thing first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a fruit model where we're gonna create those health benefits. So let's add a new Swift file, and I'm gonna call this one fruit, and we're gonna simply create a struct fruit, and this is gonna be having name as of type string, health benefits, an array of string. There we go. Okay, let's create an extension for fruit, and this is basically going to populate fruits, and return an array of fruit. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create we're going to create, like, health benefit for each of the berries that we have trained on, and then we're going to use that data to basically display first search based on the prediction label. We're going to search for that particular berry and then display its health benefits. So let's create an array of fruits or fruit, and I'm going to paste some code here, and I'm going to walk you through actually, because it's better than you see me typing all this. So what we are doing is basically we are creating a blueberry fruit, and we are adding health benefit to it, and we are adding that to fruits, the fruits variable that we have created, the array that we're going to return. Similarly, we're going to create for raspberry, strawberry, and blackberry, and at the end we're going to return this array of fruit. Okay, now this simplifies our work basically. For you can have an API that can actually be consumed to show the health benefits, but since we are just talking about, like, how we can train our machine learning model, I just want to show you a simple example how you can actually relate the prediction label to some custom data that you might have sitting on disk on API somewhere else. Okay, so let's go back to our view controller, and we are going to first of all get all the fruits. So we can say fruits is equal to fruit dot populate fruits. We're going to create predicted fruit, and the reason I'm saying fruit, not berry, because you can expand this to be, like, not only include just berries, but you can include it to be, like, a fruit classifier. Okay, so I'm gonna have table view delegate and data source here. Okay, and data source is equal to self. Right, we're gonna add a tap gesture recognizer to UI image view. So we can say image view dot. First of all, we're going to make sure is user interaction is enabled, so we're going to just set it to true. Then we're going to say tap gesture is equal to UI tap gesture. So this is the tap gesture recognizer. So when user taps on the image, we're going to perform certain action. What that action would be, that's what we're going to define in this selector right here. So for the selector to work, we're going to have to create an obj function handle tap, and we're simply going to say tap gesture UI tap gesture recognizer, and this is where we're going to launch image picker. Okay, so we're going to simply say hash or pound, hash selector, and the selector, I'm going to say handle tap gesture, like so. Okay, now reason this is actually throwing an error is because, okay, let's make sure. Okay, I misspelled the selector, that's why I was giving an error. Anyways, so you're gonna say image view dot add gesture recognizer tap gesture recognizer. Okay, now let's fulfill these two delegates. So I'm going to create an extension for table view. So extension view controller UI table view delegate UI table view data source, and we're simply going to say number of rows in section, and we're going to return predicted fruit dot health benefits dot count, otherwise return 0. So if this whole thing is nil, just return 0. Or second function is cell for row at index path, and we're going to say let cell is equal to table view dot dequeue, and we're going to dequeue cell. I'll say cell dot text label dot text is equal to predicted fruit dot health benefits index path dot row. So we can extract out that particular, for that index, whatever the index is, we're going to extract out a string, and we're going to display that. Okay, and next thing we're going to do is simply return the cell, or if the cell is nil, we're going to return an empty UI table view cell. Okay, that would satisfy that error. All right, now what we want basically is we want to launch an image picker controller, and you can actually have an image picker controller pointing to camera, and you can snap a picture using camera and then do a prediction on that, or you can select images from photo gallery. So we're going to use photo gallery, but I'm going to show you how you can actually very simply change that to basically launch a camera as all. Okay, so we are simply going to create another extension here. So extension view controller, and this one is going to be UI image picker controller delegate UI navigation controller delegate. Okay, so first thing first, if user dismisses, so did cancel, so image picker did cancel, we want to dismiss animated no completion block. Okay, second function that we're going to implement for this image picker controller delegate is going to be did finish picking image, and this is where we're gonna get hold of the image that user either has taken a photo of or picked from the image gallery. So we simply going to say here guard let selected image is equal to info, the dictionary, the info dictionary that has been provided to us, UI image picker controller not delegate dot info key dot original image. So you want to get original image as UI image. Okay. Else we just want to print invalid image was selected, and we're gonna simply dismiss animated true and completion block nil, and you want to return from here. Okay, so now you extracted out your image. We can simply first of all say dismiss animated true and completion nil. Second, you can say image view dot image is equal to selected image. Okay. Now this is basically going to set that image view, whatever the image we have selected, it's going to actually display that. So we're going to come back and create a call to our prediction, basically to predict the image that we have chosen. But before that, we want to actually make sure that we can launch when we click on that tab or tap on that image view. So you can say picker is equal to UI image picker controller picker dot delegate is equal to self, and picker dot allow editing is equal to false as well. So I'm going to say picker dot source type, and this is where you can have camera or photo gallery. So if you define camera, the image picker is going to open a camera where you can take a picture. If you want to modify, you can actually just set this allow editing to true, and you can crop and rotate and stuff like that, and then that'll be the image that user will pick. Okay, so but we are going to use photo gallery. All right, then we're going to say self.present, and we're going to present picker animated true completion block nil. There we go. This will basically, what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to open photo gallery and pick an image and show that image inside your, let me stop this, inside your image view. Sorry, I was blanking out a bit. Okay, so it is launching it now. There we go. And okay, so if we tap, we should be able to see. Okay, there we go. Our image being launched. Okay, so one thing I noticed that because I selected a different simulator, we don't have those images on the simulator. So I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna select XR and launch this on XR. Okay, there we go. So this one has basically berry predictions. There we go. So right now there's no prediction that's being made, so we want to actually change that. We want to make some predictions. So let's go ahead and take a pause here. In the next video we're going to see how we can make this this app a little bit more intelligent, where as soon as it sees the image it would actually analyze and make a prediction on it. All right, so this is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.